Hello and welcome to Brands Hatch, where we have coverage for the 2026 British Grand Prix. And what a place it is! Brands Hatch is one of the most historic circuits in the world. One of the biggest circuits, probably the second biggest circuit in the UK after Silverstone. What a track it is. It's not the first time F1's come here. They came here a couple decades ago, back in the 70s and 80s. But we are back here in 2026 for the British Grand Prix. Sorry about that. Had a little thing in my throat, literally right before the start. That's brilliant. Anyway, then let's go through your grid then. Ocon, Hadjar, Bortoleto, Drogovic, Lando Norris down in 20th. It's been a torrid weekend for him. He had gearbox issues in sprint qualifying on Friday, and then in the Grand Prix in the sprint, sorry, he had power steering issues. Then qualifying he ended up crashing out. No car issues, it was all his fault. Crashed, broke his front wing, continued, broke his front wing again in the back of Dane Maloney, and ended up down in 20th, just off his banker lap, which he did before he crashed into the wall. Then it's Vesti, Crawford, Doohan, Maloney, Vershaw. Richard Vershaw is placing Teo Porcher this weekend. He's racing in Sao Paulo later today in WEC for Peugeot. Then we've got Browning. He's a wildcard driver this weekend for Williams. It's his second start in Formula 1 after he was a wildcard in last year's British Grand Prix at Snetterton. Then it's Albon, then it's Arvid Limbad, again for VCARB this time instead of Williams, just like last year at Snetterton, he is racing as a wildcard driver. The only race this year which will have two wildcards. And then it's Sainz, Colapinto, Leclerc, Behrman, Lawson, Piastri, Sonoda, Antonelli, Russell, Verstappen, and your pole sitter is Pierre Gasly. Yeah, how long have we got? We got about a minute until the formation lap starts. Let's see, when was the last time Gasly got a pole? Did he get one last year? He did. He got pole at New Zealand, his first pole since then. Okay, I was actually this morning in qualifying. Like it's been ages since his last pole, hasn't actually been that long. But yeah, as you can see, probably should have mentioned this already, it is raining. It has been raining, it still is raining, but it is only drizzle. Heavy drizzle, yes, but it's still only drizzle. This rained a bit heavier on just after qualifying, but we should be all good for it to dry before the end of the race. Fingers crossed. So, we'll let the formation up get underway, and then we'll go through some track facts, and then we'll get going for the British Grand Prix, one of the biggest dates in the calendar, the one everyone wants to win. We've got a few on most on inters, a few of them are on wets. You can see George Russell in wets as the first driver to be on them. But anyway, the formation up is about to get underway. But we go through some track facts for Brands Hatch. This layout, it's 3.916 kilometers long, or 2.433 miles. It's 9 turns, and the lap record is a 1 minute 12.276 from Adam Carroll in an A1GP Ferrari in 2009, and of course A1GP. 9 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. I mean, it's not 9 corners, it's just 9 corners. Like, that's technically a little kink. That's got a kink in it. Dingle is apparently not a corner. But yeah, anyway, let's go through some of what's hosted. It was opened in 1950, and it hosts GT World Challenge Europe since 2014, apart from 2020. It has hosted NASCAR Euro Series since 2012, apart from 2020, but it's on the Indy layout, which we had yesterday for the sprint race. BSB have come in every single year since 1991. What a race we had in, I think it was 2023 or 24 for the final round of the season. BTCC have come in every single year since 1958, and even though the series has been going on for that long. But yeah, of course, they do also use the Indy circuit at certain points. British GT, 1993 to 97, 99 to 04, then 06 to currently. TCR UK, every year since 2018, apart from 2020. TCR UK, yeah, I mean, it's been going every single year of TCR UK. And then Formula Ford Festival, every single year since 1976. And F4 British Championship every single year since 2015. And then next year, Formula E will come for the London E Prix. And then, of course, used to host the Formula 1 British Grand Prix intimately between 1964 and 1986. The European Grand Prix came here in 83 and 85. The World Touring Car Championship Race of UK came here from 2006 to 2010. Champ Car London Champ Car Trophy came here in 1978 and 2003. That's IndyCar. World Superbike came here in 1993 and then 1995 to 08. A1GP 2005, 2007 to 2009. DTM 2006 to 2013 and 2018 to 2019. W Series came here in 2019. The World Sports Car Championship came here in 1967 to 72, 74, 77, 79 to 82 and then 84 to 89. FIM Endurance World Championship came here from 1966 to 68, 78 to 79 and 2001. The Sidecar World Championship came here in 1999 to 2003, 2005 and then 2007 and 2015. What is going on? And Verstappen's in the pits, Antonelli's in the pits, Jack Froth's been spun round by Lawson, and he's been spun round again. Albon's round. What on earth is going on? Albon's round again. Gasly's at the back of Sainz. What is happening? Why are people in the pits? Why are people going through each other? What is going on? What on earth is happening? Well, as I was about to finish, the 2012 Summer Paralympics came here for the, I think the cycling. What's going on? Oh, here we go. Finally, the two lights will light up. It's just two lights for this one. And it's lights out and away they go. Who will get the best start? Gasly or Verstappen? I apologize, I haven't been going through championship standings yet. The lap formation map was really quick, but who's going to lead into turn one? It's going to be Verstappen over Gasly as the rain pours down. Verstappen goes a bit wide though on the curb. And it's a cleaner start than yesterday as Gasly almost spins round. He has a huge moment under braking. Verstappen going to retake the lead. Gasly in second place. Antonelli getting past his teammate. And Antonelli getting into second place as well. He dived down the inside. Russell trying to get past Gasly as well. He's gone from first to fourth in the space of a lap. Colapinto as well getting racy. Sonoda in sixth place. Albon down in seventh. Anyone with poor starts. Limbauer's had a horrible start. He's down in 20th place. Norris in 22nd. He's actually lost positions. Is the Brit. And oh, he's spun round through Surtees. And he's been hit by Ocon. And that's a horrible start from Norris. And Antonelli leads from Verstappen. It's Colapinto in third place. George Russell in third. Colapinto down the inside of Verstappen. He's on the wets. So those are the wets doing better. I mean, I don't know, because George Russell, who also started on the wets, he's in third. Wait, did he start on the wets? He's on inters, isn't he? I swear he was on wets earlier. I don't know. The Colapinto in second. Russell trying to fight him. But it's Antonelli who leads after lap one. Colapinto second. Russell third. Verstappen fourth. From first to fifth on one lap is Pierre Gasly in fifth place. With Tsunoda trying to get past him. Probably down the inside into Paddock Hill Bend. And Gasly down the inside on Verstappen. And they make contact. And they both almost go off. That's a huge lunge from Gasly. And it goes bad for him. Verstappen not great either. Antonelli down the inside on Colapinto. They're side by side through Druids. And Colapinto will have the inside going through Graham Hill. And Colapinto will lead the British Grand Prix. And it's Argentina over Italy over Britain. As we go halfway through the Indy circuit. Through Surtees and Russell's at the back of Antonelli. The two Mercedes come together. It's the golden rule broken. And it's bad for Russell, the one that, caused the incident. He's lost his front wing. He'll be out of it. Speaking of Brits, how's Norris doing? He's drifting round Druids. That's what he's doing. Drugovich in for front wing. Ocon in for a new front wing. Maloney in for a new rear wing. And so is Richard Vershaw. It just can't catch a break of Vershaw. He had a torrid time in Canada for his first F1 start. With damage. And now he's had the exact same thing on the opening lap. Thankfully, he's got more starts this year. Because Porsche has got more wet appearances, or wet clashes. As Tsunoda leads Colapinto. Tsunoda's gone from 5th to 1st. It's like he's still got pole in this race. The man who got pole in how many races? Let me have a look. Where's the spreadsheet? There we go. If Verstappen gets past Colapinto. And Maloney and Tsunoda getting wary there. There's Browning. Browning's up to 8th. What a start from him. No enough damage, I'm just making sure. No. Lindblad in 10th. The two wildcards doing well. Snow down to 4th already. Hajar's also on wets. So maybe Wets are the better tyre to be on, because Colapinto leads. Hadjar's is in 4th after starting a bit further back. I can't remember exactly where he started. Verstappen fights back. I think it's pretty even between Wets and Inters at the moment. They're going to be 3, almost 4 wide down into Hawthorns. And someone a little bit of end plate fall off there. I don't think they lost their front wing completely though, thankfully. And Hadjar down inside of Verstappen. The V-carb is absolutely flying. The side by side of Verstappen through Dingledale and Sheen Curve. And I go down inside through Sterling, and that's a good move from the Frenchman to get past the sister car. And now he's trying to get past Colapinto as well. He'll go round the outside through Clark Curve. Will he? No, he won't. He's still in it though. He'll switch to the inside as they're 3 wide almost. Verstappen, Gasly and Tsunoda. And someone else is back into business now. Jack Doohan with no rear wing. So he has an issue. Some of Verstappen round the outside of Hadjar. And what a race we're having so far. This wet weather is throwing up a good race. Cooking up a good race, I should say. What am I about throwing? Anyway, as I was going to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 poles he's had so far. 0 race wins. He hasn't got a pole though since Canada if you don't count sprint races. For Tsunoda, who does find himself second in the championship though, despite not winning a race. And then we've got Lando Norris, who leads the championship despite winning 2 races. I think. Had he won 2 races? 3 races, sorry. Yeah, 3 wins for Norris. Russell on 2 is the only other driver to win more than 1 race this year. And has Russell even reached 100 points yet? Oh, he's on 85. I mean, the other results, the 10th for DNF. He's had the only 2 wins, the only 2 podiums. And he's only finished in the top 5 one other time. So it's not been the best season for Russell, despite winning 2 races. It's lacking consistency. Hadjar down to 7th now. How are people doing? Browning's still in 8th place. Verstappen is who leads. Colapinto going round the outside though through Druids. Tsunoda and Gasly side by side as well. And Colapinto will lead. Gasly will try and get past Verstappen. But he won't. Go to Graham Hill Bend. Tsunoda almost in the back of his teammate. And there's no lost his front wing. No, he's just a little end plate. So Tsunoda survives. For now, Verstappen a big wobble down the Cooper Straight. It isn't really a straight. It's Antonelli round the outside of everyone. And he's up into 2nd place now. There's Verstappen and Antonelli now side by side. Verstappen, can he get past? Into... Oh, what's that corner called? It's not Hawthorn. It's Hawthorn's one before. Mine's gone blank. Westfield, that's it, of course. Then into Sterling's. Brands Hatch is one of the only circuits I actually know all the corner names for that isn't an old F1 track. By old I mean pre-2023. I watch a lot of races here, I guess. And Behrman's in. Behrman's in. Has he got damage? That will be huge for the championship if he has. I mean, thankfully it's for him. It's early on in the race. As Tsunoda goes into the gravel slightly. And Behrman has got no front wing. That's huge. Norris is so far back, by the way, down in 15th place. I'm being told it took him a while to get these tyres up into temperature and was just spinning all over the place on the opening few laps. But I think he has got back into the rhythm of things. But it's been a torrid start for Lando Norris. Starting in 20th, he needed a good start to make up for a few positions. He did not. Not even contact other cars, by the way. He's just been off pure driver error. Or cold tyres, I mean, they're kind of the same thing. It's Colapinto gets past Antonelli for the lead. 78 laps this race is, by the way. So it's one of the longer ones of the season. But thankfully, long laps means short lap time, which means... No, short laps means a lot of laps. No, goodness me. Yeah, short laps means a lot of laps, but shorter lap time. So... it shouldn't be too long of a race. But I mean, the rain, it could mean that people Or is Hadjar in now? Has he got damage? Or is it just no more wets? Hadjar, he hasn't got damage. So it could just be getting rid of the wets and putting on inters. The track drying up enough for it to be inters now, is it? Let's see what he puts on. It's not hard, don't worry, or super soft. I can't tell if that's red or orange. It won't be that, it's just a weird visual issue. It's a long stop for Hadjar. I'm watching this because this could mean... I mean, no, he's not the only one on wets. There's a few other people. Yeah, he has gone on to inters. Oh, he tapped the wall there, did he, getting out of the pits? That means that Colapinto... Oh, no, Colapinto's down at 11. So has he... No. Has Colapinto dropped off, then? It must just be the wet tyres dropping off, because Colapinto was up near the lead. And now he's down in 11th place. How many people are a lap down already, by the way? Ocon is... Gabby is... I think Crawford is... Hadjar... I don't think Hadjar is. Where are the leaders? Hadjar might... No, I don't think Hadjar is. It's Piastri up to 2nd place. Sainz in 3rd. Luke Browning in 4th. What's happened? Where's everyone gone? Gasly in 5th. Antonelli in 6th. No one's got damage. Lawson 7th. Leclerc 8th. Where's Tsunoda gone? Tsunoda's in 12th. What on earth has happened? As Colapinto comes in, that'll be to get rid of the wets. To be honest, I feel like everyone that started on wets had to pit for damage is now on inters. So, I don't know, as Norris gets past him, definitely no more wets. I think the rain stopped now, to be honest. Or maybe it's raining a little bit. The whole grid's been shook up. Verstappen, the only one that led near the start, that's near the front, apart from Pierre Gasly, is now it's Piastri, who needs Carlos Sainz. Sainz hasn't won since the 2023 Austrian Grand Prix, I'm pretty sure. It's been a long while for him to get his latest win in Formula 1. After, of course, leaving Ferrari, going back to Toro Rosso, which is now V-Carb, and then to Williams after a year, after a torrid stint with the Italian outfit. And he's joined Williams after they let go of, who did they have last year? Who did they have in the Williams? Vesti, that's it. Fred Vesti, of course. How could I forget? I mean, Williams aren't exactly the best outfit, but I mean, Sainz wasn't even performing that well in Ferrari. They keep going almost into the gravel there. Verstappen is going to do that and still almost get past Sainz. I think he will, around the outside of Druids. Is he going to get it done? He is. Verstappen, oh no, not quite. They're still side by side, the former teammates from their rookie seasons in 2015 for Toro Rosso, and Verstappen now back in front of Sainz. He chases down Oscar Piastri. Piastri, what's his best result this year so far? Let's have a look. Oscar Piastri. His best result was a 3rd place. That was in China. And he's had 2 other top 5 finishes apart from that. Which, to be fair, were the last 2 races. A 5th in Spain and a 4th in Czechia. So, could we see the return of Oscar Piastri? He is on 51 points. Which is almost 100 less than his teammate. 80 points behind his teammate, roughly. It's just, I mean, a lot of it has been luck. Bad luck. But it's still not great to be that far behind your teammate. It's Piastri and Verstappen side by side, and Verstappen back into the lead. No one's in the pits, you idiot, because these lot can run the past the pits. Norris is round. What's happened? Tsunoda's off. Tsunoda's had a crash. What has happened through Clark Curve? Norris into the pits. What has happened here? Norris is in. Tsunoda's gone off. Tsunoda's gone straight past the pits. He hasn't got a rear wing. He has. What has happened through Clark Curve? I think Norris has come into Yuki Tsunoda. Gone into him. Oh, it's Leclerc. It's Charles Leclerc. Let's go on board with Tsunoda. He just hits the back of Leclerc, spins him round. That'll be a penalty, and Tsunoda gets clattered from, I'm guessing, Lando Norris. That'll be a penalty for Tsunoda. He's just completely taken out Charles Leclerc there. at pretty much the same place, albeit a different corner angle, that Norris took out Leclerc, and oh, you cannot see a thing. You cannot see a thing there. We'll go driver's eye. Fernando Norris. But my guess is you could not see a thing for the spray. It's Antonelli's spray, and you can't see the red yellow flags. Yeah, nothing Norris could have done about that. Absolutely nothing. So unfortunate. And his weekend goes from bad to worse. But that's huge for the championship. That's 2 championship contenders. The leader by a decent margin and second place. And that is pretty big for the championship. But I mean, again, it's early on in the race. Soda will probably end up a lap down. Which means that probably it's his race run. Thankfully for Norris, it's just front wing damage. I don't know if Leclerc had damage or not either. We'll have to have a look. I'm assuming Snowder's peeled into the pits now. He has, and so has Charles Leclerc. He must have had damage as well. And Leclerc's gone on to dries. Surely it's not dry enough for dries yet. Snowder will be a lap down. Probably when he comes out. But Leclerc on to dry. I mean, there's a dry line there. The rain stopped. There definitely is a dry line forming. But, I mean, would it be not smart for someone like Piastri on Inters to drive on the wet line? As Piastri in, is it now the turnover point? I mean, you saw the spray on board of Norris. You can see there's definitely still puddles on the track. I think comes Verstappen and Gasly. Did someone have a front wing damage there? Sainz has no front wing. He just drove past the pits. What is going on? But I think people are getting rid of the intermediates. As Albon goes around the outside of his teammate. Browning and Lawson also in. Yeah, they're going on to hards. It's time for hards now. The teams and drivers feel. As Lindblad now leads, making his second start in Formula 1. Rumour is that he will be on the grid next year. For what team? We don't know. But it looks like he will be on the grid. Is Albon down inside on Lindblad? And of course there were rumours coming out recently that 2027 will be a condensed calendar with still 305km races, and then 2028 onwards, as Albon and Lindblad come in, from 2028 onwards, it will be not just a very condensed calendar, but also shorter races as well. That was the rumour coming out of the paddock today. Of course, who knows what will happen. But yeah, as these dot come in, Colapinto pitted earlier on for Inter, so he's already stopped once. He's got Snowder. Yeah, Snowder's 23rd and lap down. And that is, to be honest, what Lando Norris would have wanted. I don't think, for like the sports and stuff, Colapinto's still in Inters, by the way, so he's probably going to pit sooner or later. Of course, he started on wets, so he's already pitted once. I don't think he would have wanted to do it by taking Snowder out, albeit it wasn't his fault. As Snowder is under investigation for causing a collision, and I'm pretty sure it was a 10-second Norris got for taking Leclerc out yesterday in similar conditions, or similar circumstances, I should say. I think it'll be similar for Snowder. He already finds himself a lap down. Is who leads then? It is George Russell, who's still on Inters. Behrman also still on Inters. Norris, is he still on Inters? Yeah, Norris still on Inters. Dive down his on Fred Vesti. Colapinto still on Inters. Antonelli and Piastri, they're on hards. So these are the two leaders that are on dries. I'm assuming they'll catch up, please, up pretty quickly. As Snowder goes down inside, there's contact. And oh no, Colapinto wants to pit. And oh no, that's a huge shame. Yeah, we've seen this before. Yeah. Okay, great. Oh well, in fact, Colapinto will be out of the race now, I think, unfortunately. As, yep, why is he docked into the pits? It just can't us out. It's ridiculous. Well, it's not smart, are they? As Crawford comes in as well. He is pretty much done, and I think that'll be Franco Colapinto's race over. Let's see what happens, but yeah, I think it's pretty inevitable at this point. Let's go find the race leaders then. It's Lando Norris who leads, still on Inters. Antonelli and Piastri second and third. So this is the battle for the net race lead with Verstappen not too far behind. Yeah, you can see how obvious that dry line is now. So as long as they stay on this line, it should be pretty fine for them. But overtaking will be difficult, of course, considering they'll have to go onto the wet part of the track. Is yet Colabindo's made it into the pit, so maybe he's still going. We'll have to see, but he is a lap down now, and race will be run. Well, the chance of doing well will be run. Don't really see anyone who's a lap down coming back, unfortunately. Unless shenanigans happen. Well, for sure. Oh, Verstappen got past Piastri, by the way. For sure on the 21st. That's a huge shame for him. Hopefully, when's his next start? Let's have a look. When is Richard Verschore's next start in Formula 1? It will be round 16, which is the Italian Grand Prix on September 6th. It'll be a while. That'll be when Pourchaire is at Lone Star Le Mans. Norris, I mean, he's not doing badly. As Anthony gets past Richard Verschore, don't happen. It's Verstappen and Piastri racing each other. Verstappen getting onto the podium. Albeit this is a net race second. Net second place foul, I should say. Piastri is chasing him down though for now. Oh, there's a battle here. Lindblad and Hadjar. These little battle here. A lot of these. All on the lead lap, of course. Battle for 8th place. Albon in front of Hadjar. Browning in 7th place. Leclerc in 10th. This is a battle for the lower point positions. Is it the DRS? Eh? There's DRS. I don't think there is. I think it's just how the rear wing looks. Yeah, no, there's no DRS. I was going to say, I don't think that was DRS this race. I am losing my marbles, I think. Yeah, Colapinto's out. Doohan is just existing. Same for Maloney. Both of these have had torrid races for sure. Snowder in 19th. Just behind race leader Verstappen. So he could actually unlap himself. Which is pretty important in case we get a safety car. Because if we get a safety car, his race will be done. If he can unlap himself and get past Lando Norris, Snowder could have a chance to... And there we go, by the way. Just as we're watching him, 10-second time penalty for Yuki Tsunoda for causing a collision with this man here, Charles Leclerc. So Tsunoda actually ended up worse off, but he still took him out. He still has to be punished for it. So, yeah. That's how racing works, unfortunately, for Tsunoda. It's Leclerc chasing down Luke Browning now. Much more experience in the monogas than the Brit. How many Is it 7 British drivers on the grid for this race? Well, it's 2 extra because of wildcards. We've got Behrman, Russell, Norris, Lindblad, Browning, Am I missing anyone? I don't think so. Oh, 5 then. Okay, what am I on about? As Leclerc tries to get past Brown and goes very deep, of course, he is on the wet part of the track. And as I said earlier, overtaking will be quite difficult, which Leclerc proves there. But one corner later, Behrman gets past him, his teammate, and then Leclerc, and then he gets past Browning. Anyway, so he's up to 8th. Oh, he's still in 8th. Well, he got past Browning. He's got a leapfrog over Behrman. Gasly in 6th. Jack Crawford, how's he doing? Haven't seen him for a while. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, Doohan. Oh, and speaking of Crawford, he's out. What's happened? Oh, they come together. Oh, don't tell me. In the sprint yesterday, Haas's front left suspension failed going over the curb on the exit of Paddock Hill Bend. And oh no, the right middle of the track isn't good. And oh, here come the leaders! And I'd nearly just about get past. Oh, goodness me. Oh, now Vishaw's blocking the track. This isn't good. Gasly smacks into the back of Vishaw. Maloney into the back of Gasly. That's Gasly's race. God. Surely the safety car. Come on now. Behrman, Leclerc smashes into them. The two Ferraris have hit. Browning goes into it. Albon, Lawson. Oh, we're going to have to stop the race. Surely. The safety car's out. Sainz involved. There's a car park. This is ridiculous. And Crawford's out. Gasly's got no front or rear wing. Doohan's still stuck there. Now Doohan's gone. Now everyone continues. I think they're waiting for that to happen to avoid a red flag. But something needs to be looked at with Haas and their front left suspensions. That's 2 days in a row they've failed on that curb. So Ocon needs to be careful and not go over that curb. Because, I mean they've managed it all race. But now it's gone again. And the safety car is out. So we get replays once we see the order. Verstappen has got to the back of the safety car. Thankfully, these two avoided damage. And then, oh, Norris. Yeah, I'm being told Norris pitted just before the safety car came out. That is the worst possible luck for Lando Norris. And his weekend goes from just worse to even worse. From the race lead, still on inters, he goes on to hards. And as he does that, there's a huge pile-up. And he's down in 14th. Man. So unlucky. Oh no, that's Sainz and Browning! Sainz and Browning come together into the pits, and we saw that with Colapinto earlier on with Tsunoda. Sainz and Luke Browning, they're both doing so well. And I think it looks like Browning trying to come into the pits. And Sainz being on the inside. And that could be Browning's race over. Ah, oh, the wildcard driver. That is a huge shame. And let's see if he ends up out. I think he will. There's no point really watching it, to be honest. Let's just check. Yeah, safety car lights still are on. Only the top 5 are currently behind the safety car. That's many people have got damage. What happened to Doohan then? And Crawford? Well, watch Crawford. It looked like he went into the back of him. Here we go. Was it? Yeah, it already had happened. And, yeah, I mean, the yellow flags are out. I don't know why everyone just piled into this incident, but Crawford, sorry. What has happened? Is it what I suspected? I mean, every time that it is what happened. And yeah, the curb fails the suspension, gets ripped off, and what is that front left suspension made of? Because something has to change before, not next week, or the weekend after for the Finnish Grand Prix. Oh, it's horrible how that suspension fails. Is it next? No, yeah, no, it is next week for Finland. We've got a triple header. Finland next week, then Turkey the week after. And, it's a huge shame. Anyway, let's fast forward. Hang on, I'm being told, by the way, that where's Lando Norris at this point? Coming into the pits. He... No, yeah, he did. He spun coming into the pits. That might have been why he was so much further back. And I said it went from worse to word worse than worse. It's now gone from word worse than worse to just a horrid weekend. Now he's reversing down the pit lane. Is that legal? I don't know. Oh no, he's just gone into someone's pit box. Okay. What is going on? He just cannot go right, can it? Anyway, let's go back live. We are about a minute off still. No. Oh, pretty much there. Just... And there we go. Back live. Verstappen leading Antonelli. And oh, what's going on? Why are they overtaking a safety car? Why is the safety car side by side of Oscar Piastri? And Albon's not got a front wing now as well. What is with this? I mean, to be fair, I'm not surprised by the amount of front wing damage we've had. This circuit, with not many clear-cut overtaking opportunities. We've got a lot of fast right or left-handers, with like Druids being the only slow corner. The safety car lights are off, so it should be in this lap. The track is pretty much all dried now. There's still a little bit of dampness offline, but that should still soon dry. No, I'm trying to think of what I just said there. That should soon still dry. Is that what I said? I don't even know. But are we going to go green this lap? The safety car does peel in, and we go green, with Albon following the safety car in. Of course, that front wing damage. Verstappen leads, Antonelli second. George Russell straight into the lead. He gets two cars in one corner. What a move that is as Norris is spun round. Oh no, he's going to be collected. There's going to be a huge crash from the exit of Paddock Hill Bend. Of course it's Norris. The championship leader is driving like a rookie in this race. He hasn't got any damage. Oh no, that's just debris. Why does debris never get cleared? After safety cars and that. It's weird, honestly. I don't get it, but... Norris. Oh, he's going to go round again. He goes round again on the exit of Graham Hill. Goodness me. What has happened to Lando Norris? Championship leader from hero to zero. It's home race of all the races for it to happen. He just cannot catch a break today. Anyway, the leaders. It's still Russell leading Antonelli. Leading Oscar Piastri. Tsunoda has come out of absolutely nowhere. He lost his rear wing earlier on. He's in third. He still has got that 10-second, remember. He hasn't pitted since he got it. And he goes down the inside. And Yuki Tsunoda, is he going to do it? I don't think he will just yet. Will he go down the inside of Paddock Hill? He will. And Tsunoda will lead the British Grand Prix after being almost last with no rear wing earlier on. And you can see the spray offline still. It definitely is still a bit damp as Leclerc's almost off the track. They're 3 wide through Druids. How they managed that as Russell and Tsunoda now side by side through Graham Hill. Leclerc will fight back as well. Piastri out of nowhere. And oh no, Leclerc's hit Russell. And now Leclerc's got no front wing. Oh man. That is so unfortunate. And Russell, oh no, Leclerc down inside apparently with no front wing. How has that happened? Where's Behrman, by the way? Another championship contender. Oh, Verstappen down to 11th. Has he got damage as well? No, he hasn't. He's just dropped back. Oh, there's there in his 7th. So, absolute madness. I mean, to be fair, it's a pretty narrow track. Look how many cars there are. Not all of these are on the lead lap either. As Leclerc comes into the pits. Goodness me. There's cars everywhere. Like a flock of ants, this. And all Bortoletto around now. through turn one. Bortletto's gone around. Norris is that far behind. He'll only go down to 11th place. I think everyone else, yeah, Leclerc's coming out the pits. Everyone else is a lap down, I think. Well, Albon, Gasly 14th. I don't know if they're on the lead lap or not. What happened to Bortletto then? What caused him to spin through Paddock Hill? We'll watch this, then we'll see what happened to Norris on the restart. See if there's contact or not. Bortletto has tried to lap Vesti. I don't think there was contact. He just lost the car on the wet line. Because it's still damp offline and it sent him spinning. Now what happened to Lando Norris? On a safety car restart, did he not even get collected? He just... Oh, Bortletto just comes out of nowhere. He loses the car, saves it, and he is clobbered. By who is that? Drogovic. He was in 11th at the time. And yeah, he did lose his front wing. And so did the car to the left of Drogovic. Who was that? Is that Liam Lawson? Oh, it is Liam Lawson. What a shame for the Kiwi. Who he as well just can't really catch a break this year. Anyway, now we'll go back live. See how everyone's managing. Oh, wrong way. Pretty much live. It's Piastri who leads. Not anymore. Now we're back live. It's Snowder who leads. Snowder leads Piastri, leads George Russell. Verstappen in 4th. Magnelli kicks up a lot of grass on the exit of Sterling's in 5th place. If we start lap 26 of 78, we're about a third of the way through this race. This race will go a lot quicker now. They're doing about 10 seconds lap time quicker than when they were on Inters or wet. So it's definitely going to be a lot quicker now this second third. Oh, the final two thirds, sorry. Ocon in 8th and a half, by the way. I mean, as long as he doesn't put that front left tyre anywhere near the curb on the exit of Paddock Hill, he tries to go down the inside on Hadjar. I'm only just behind them. Then it's Vesti. Then Norris in 10th is catching up. As Ocon goes down into Antonelli as well. Ocon in a Haas is absolutely flying. And now the back two basically, Haas and Cadillac. Ocon, just like he was doing in France, isn't actually doing that bad. I mean, Ocon's got a podium this year, so and a 4th, but I mean that was in Argentina, which doesn't really count. Oh, Maloney sliding there through Jingle Dale, and Maloney getting pushed off there a little bit. Yeah, but Ocon doing really well in 7th place. Where's Lando Norris? He's catching up. I think he might have gone off again, because he is a lot further back than he was 5 seconds ago. Bortletto was a bit short. It's a nice little battle. Did someone pit? I don't think so. As Hadjar gets past Ocon. And oh no, that's a huge crash! Ocon over and over. That was a horrible accident for Ocon, and it happened. And the red flags have come out. That was a huge accident for Ocon. Red flags out straight away. That was horrible. That was a huge crash. And it's happened again. I mean, I don't think it's as big as his crash yesterday. Someone clobbered him though, I think, just went right to the side of him. And that was a huge crash. Now he is on the K on the radio. That is good news. Where is Ocon? And it's happened again. Not just in this race, but this weekend. That's 2 races, 4 front left suspension cages on the same curb on the exit of Paddock Hill. Something has to be done with Haas. They have to be looked into, investigated. It's a huge safety issue. Because it could happen. I mean, it's got to be something to do with that curb. Maybe they check the curb as well. They have to. Maybe that's why the red flag came out so quickly. Yes, it's a Haas issue. There's no more Haas in the race. But You can't take risks. You just can't. And Ocon was doing so well. That's a huge shame. And yeah, Vesti currently stuck right behind him, so they're gonna have to move Ocon out of the way before Vesti can get back going. But let's get a replay then of that. We saw it just off camera. And oh, it goes over and over and out of this race. That was horrible for Ocon. And who can we go on board with? I mean, it was right behind him. I mean, it actually is Fred Vesti. He's racing Maloney. And the suspension just rips off. And Hoddy gets under the car and sends him flying. I mean, we're going board with Ocon now. He could have got a rare point score for Haas. Let's see what happened. On board of him. Just gets shredded off and then flips, then barrel rolls, and then it's a huge accident. Well, I'm going to go, and we'll see what happens with this red flag. There already are marshals, one removing Ocon's cart, and two checking out this curb. So we will see you when we get any more updates. Hello and welcome back to Brands Hatch, where the curb checks are done. They went pretty quickly, nothing wrong with them. Shock. So yeah, Ocon's been cleared up and we are ready to go any second now. And there they go. We're back green. Verstappen leading from Piastri. George Russell in third, Snowder fourth. Thanks for quite a quick red flag. So hopefully we still should be going relatively quickly. I mean, I don't think we're going to be near the 3-hour mark and if we get another red flag. Hopefully we don't, but I mean, this race, I feel like it's going for a while. We're 40 minutes in, including the formation lap. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Not really much going on though, unfortunately. Still a lot of debris there, which is weird. Snowder second, Russell third. His little battle. Russell round the outside of Snowder. He's going to be up to second place. Antonelli in fourth, just behind these two. Hadjar up to fifth. Sainz sixth. Norris up to seventh. He gets past Bortoletto and for short. Next up him is Carlos Sainz. Maybe Norris is finally starting to find his way in this race a bit. Got 5 DNFs already. Colapinto, Doohan, Crawford, Browning, and now Ocon. Yeah, not much really happening now, unfortunately. I mean, we had that massive gaggles earlier on. But now everyone's kind of spread out. Oh, here we go. Battle for the lead. Verstappen, Russell, Snowder, Antonelli. Piastri into the pit. He's coming out a lap down. I don't know what happened to him, but that is a huge shame. And his season just goes from bad to worse. As Russell leads, Verstappen will try and fight him. He'll have the inside line through Graham Hill, and he'll send it. And will he get the lead? He will. That's a good move. And now Snowder will try and fight George Russell. It's a Red Bull Mercedes battle. And Snowder will try and make it Red Bull 1-2. And it'll be a 1-2 that he leads. Will it? Because he's side by side now with his teammate. And at the moment he leads it. Russell fights Verstappen as well. They're going to be 3 wide through, not Clearays, Hawthorns. Oh, what's it called? Idiot. Pilgrim's Drop, that's it. And then through Denkledale. And then Sheen Curve. Verstappen leads this Red Bull 1-2 now. But Antonelli all over the back of Sonoda. And he can't quite get it done through Sterling's. As now we go through Clearways. And Antonelli will try it. But it's not going to work out. As they start lap 30. And Verstappen back into the lead. Is he going to do it down the inside? Not quite. I think Druid's round the outside, but this is faster because it is slightly banked, I think. I mean, it's not deliberate bank, I think because of the incline. But, yeah. Snowder leads, Verstappen, Russell third, Antonelli back down to fourth. Where's Carlos Sainz? He is a little bit further back, but you never know. Sainz could be part of this battle in a little bit. Then Hadjar is there. Bortoletto in seventh. He got back past Norris, who tries to fight back. And hits the back of him almost. Goodness me, lucky did not lose his front wing there. And while I've been gone, I felt like the lead's changed. I mean, these two Red Bulls have kind of gapped the two Mercs. Verstappen all over the back of Snowder at the moment. And will he try it down the inside through Clark Curve? He will, and Verstappen back into the lead of this race. But Snowder will fight back down the start finish straight. With Brabham, is it Brabham? I think it's Brabham. There's Verstappen into the lead through Paddock Hill. And I don't get how they're running over all that debris and not getting punctures or anything. And I don't get why there's a tyre in the middle of the track. We had a red flag here and all of that. And it's Verstappen that leads Yuki Tsunoda now. As it stands, the championship fight, has Norris gone off again? He might have done. As Bortledo comes into the pits, what's happened? If they come together, because Norris is miles behind and Bortledo hasn't got a front wing. Ah, Norris has gone off. Oh, they've come together, have they? What on earth happened there? What? I'm bored of Norris. What the fuck? Apologies my language, but I think that's valid, because that is not normal. I'm not even gonna... You know what? That didn't happen. What the this is weird, weird, weird. Yeah, let's go back live and ignore what we just watched. We're out a minute behind. And we can watch this battle in ×2 speed. It's even, I don't think it's even ×2, no it's not, it's like ×4 or something. Verstappen now leads. There we go. Back live. Verstappen in front of Tsunoda. Verstappen's already won this season, he won in Fuji. Hey, has he won twice? I know I said earlier that Russell was the only one to win 2 races this year. But Verstappen... No, just the one we're in, he's just got 4 podiums. He won us as the sprint in France, that's it, that's what I'm thinking of. It's Antonelli's actually caught up to this pack. Back up to them, he's going to try to get past Tsunoda. Where's George Russell gone though? He's a little bit further back, is he? Is that him back there? I couldn't quite see. He's miles back. I can't tell if that's Russell or not. It's Tsunoda into the lead. Yeah, that is George Russell. A long way back. It's Hadjar's now in front of Sainz. Tsunoda leads Verstappen, who leads Antonelli. And now Antonelli trying to break the Red Bull 1-2. And he's going to get it done. As he gets past Verstappen up in the second place now. But Verstappen will fly back into Hawthorns. And he immediately gets down the inside in the second place. Great move that from Verstappen. But then immediately Antonelli gets past through Westfield. And now through Dingle Dell. Will Antonelli be able to do something? No, he won't. And Verstappen and Antonelli make contact. I mean, I lost a bit of end plate there to Verstappen. It's not going to happen. And now Antonelli, through Clark Curve, it's not going to happen. What about Paddock Hill Bend? Well, he'll try around the outside, but the Tsunoda covers him off. And now Antonelli will fight for the lead. And will he get it? No, this battling is bringing Russell back into it after he was miles behind just. It's Antonelli leads. Now Verstappen and Tsunoda will go side by side. And Verstappen up to second place. With Tsunoda just behind. It's Kimi Antonelli who leads Verstappen, who leads Yuki Tsunoda. Now George Russell's right behind Tsunoda, and it's back to a double Red Bull Mercedes battle for the lead. Yeah, Verstappen and Norris are tied for podiums this year. Honestly, Norris has had a similar season to Piastri. 4 podiums. Yes, Piastri only had 1. But ignoring those wins, I mean, it's again, just like Piastri, if you discount podiums, he's only got 2 top 5s, and again, that's a 5th and a 4th. But I mean, we are, how many races into the season? This is round 12, isn't it? Yeah. Verstappen back into lead. Russell getting past Antonelli. Now Russell's back up to second place. Noda's 4th. And is it his turn to drop off a bit now? I mean, happening on these hard since the safety car, not since the safety car came in. Since they got off the engine is what I meant to say. So it has been a decent amount of like 20-ish laps. But they should last, you'd think. Don't see why they wouldn't work. So George Russell leads, the man who won in Canada and then last time out in Czechia. With Antonelli and Verstappen side by side. Antonelli, he won where? He won in France. Verstappen in Japan. Tsunoda yet to win a race this year. The only one out of these four yet to win. Can he break that come the end of this year? Come the end of this race, sorry. I mean, he's up there. No reason why he can't. Nicely keeping it clean as well. No damage from anyone, which is good to see. And Verstappen, though, right behind Russell. He'll try slip stream him, but Snowden can do the exact same thing to Verstappen. Verstappen round the outside through clearways. Yeah, clearway, not clearways. Hawthorne, what am I on about? There's now Snowden past Russell as well through Westfield. Russell almost into the back of Snowden there. Jeez. As they go through Sheen Curve. And Verstappen trying to get past Snowden. Snowden trying to get past Verstappen into the Clark Curve. It's not going to work out. And now Russell behind Snowden. It's Red Bull, Mercedes. As we start lap 37. And Russell down inside of Verstappen now. Is that going to work? No, it's not. And oh, Snowden almost in the back of Russell there, but he takes the lead. So it's Snowden in front of Russell. Verstappen the third. And then he'll go round inside of him, and he'll go round inside of Russell as well. We've seen that move made so many times through 30s. Two cars in one round the outside. It's such a good move, and so many people are doing it. I mean, it kind of devalues it a bit. As Antonelli now takes the lead off of Yuki Tsunoda. He'll then fight back into Hawthorne. Oh, because he called it Hawthorne, the wrong corner name. It's Westfield. There we go. And Tsunoda leads, going down Dingledale in front of Antonelli. Then it's Russell and Verstappen, third and fourth. And Antonelli will try and send it down the inside of Sterling's, and it won't work. As we start lap 38, Tsunoda leading Antonelli. Russell with a huge slide there, and he's going to turn that into a double overtake through Clark Curve. Gets past Verstappen, and on the straight, he'll get past Antonelli as well. And now it's Russell into second place. And the two teams have their factories just north of London. One in Milton Keynes, one in Brackley. It's Verstappen leads Tsunoda now. Russell will try and fight Tsunoda for second place. It's Verstappen, he's got a decent little lead now. And as they go. Oh, what's happened? Someone got off! They're both off! Russell and Tsunoda have come together. And I was saying earlier that they were going so cleanly. And now where are they? Russell and Tsunoda have crashed going through Hawthorns. And they're back going. And oh, now Hadjar. They've both lost their front wing. And now Hadjar spun round. Oh no, Hadjar's round now. And oh, he's going to come back. Oh, there's someone off there. Is that Lando Norris? There's a huge crash for Norris. Yes, they're gone over. And that's a horrible crash through Dingledale. And they'll surely stop the race again, which they have. That was horrible. Lando Norris with a huge crash through Dingledale and an immediate red flag for the second time this race. And I think they just need to calm down a bit, because that was getting ridiculous. With Russell and Tsunoda crashing into Hawthorns, then Hadjar spinning round through Westfield, and then Norris must have been avoiding action to avoid Hadjar in the middle of the track. It's a pretty fast corner to begin with. It's the same corner that, of course, Leon Haslam, whatever, however you say it, sorry, broke his leg when his brakes failed in BSB about 10 years ago, or more than that, probably. That was a huge accident. And again, yeah, he's on the radio saying he's okay. And that's what I wanted to hear. Is the news that Lando Norris is okay. Let's get a replay then of what happened on board of Norris. It's going to be a big one. Oh, that's horrible. It's a huge accident. And I want to come back onto the track as well. That was huge. Let's go off board then. See it from the cameras. I mean, we're seeing it from the cameras anyway. What am I about now? I'm way too far back there. Let's see. I mean, we saw him flying off the track, and then we saw. I just thought I saw him go over. Then we see him like that. I wasn't sure if he did actually go over until. I mean, we can see the rear wing on everything. I mean, it's a pretty obvious telltale. Where is? Well, first of all, what happened between these two? Because we didn't actually see them come together. We just saw debris come up, and then them fly off the track. And Snowden just drives into him. Come on, man! You already got one 10-second time after you still haven't served, by the way. And you'll probably have to serve it now, replacing his front wing. And could he get another one? No, no. Let's go on board, see if we can... Yeah, Snow drove into him. Sorry, Yuki, but that is all on you. I'm on board with Snowden now. Just he's under investigation, by the way. And yeah, it's just miscalculation from Snow to that, unfortunately. Fast forward a little bit. And he thought I'm going to know what happened. So where's Hajar then? He was in 5th place. And just... What is Russell doing there? Russell will get a penalty as well, I think, for that. And then, he just slides off, and then... You can't actually see it. I mean, you might be able to see it from the rearward camera. Yeah, we will be able to see it from this one, I think. And there he is, just... Can't even see it. I think it's Science would be the best angle to watch. Let's go find Carlos Sainz. Here we go. On board with the Spaniard. Oh, it's a horrible accident. You just the way the car flips there. Just watch. It's already going over, and then hits the barrier. It just sends it into a full, like, what's the word? Ninja spin. I don't know. I want to go on board with Norris one more time. Then we'll let them clear things up. Obviously, barrier repairs and everything. Oh. I mean, what can he actually do? Let's go on board a driver's eye. See, Hadjar just goes to the left. It's a really late reaction from Norris. Big hit into the wall. I want to go slow-mo driver's eye. Okay, now it's too far back. Let's speed up a little bit. You can see Hadjar. I just don't think Norris isn't expecting. He turns after the Hadjar's straightened up. I don't really get that. And then loses the car. Then it's when the gravel meets the grass. That's going to flip the car over. And he would have flipped if the barrier wasn't there, and it's just not a nice impact to flip on. That is a big hit. Oh, no, 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 no. Ignore that. That hasn't happened yet. Anyway, we'll go let them clear that up. And, yeah, we'll let them clear it up. And then we will be back. Not long, hopefully. Yeah, I'll be back when we get any more updates. Hello and welcome back to Brands Hatch, where Norris's car has been removed. They're just getting the last two barriers up. I think they have finished that actually. Tyres, I meant, sorry, on the barrier. I think they've pretty much finished it. So yeah, we should be back going. Yeah, I am being told we're getting back going any second now, which is nice. And there we go, we are back green. And it's Verstappen who leads Antonelli. While we were gone, by the way, Snow's got another 10-second time penalty for causing a collision. So is George Russell. So, Snow's only able to serve one, because he's already got one. And then Russell will have to serve this one now, I'm guessing. I mean, good thing there's a red flag, because they can just serve it now for them, I guess. As they'll serve their penalty, they'll put a new serve, don't know what they'll put on. They don't have to go hard, because it's a dry race, wet race, so they can go on hard again if they want to, but... yeah, we'll see. There we go, serve the penalty. Behrman in front of him. Gasly also gets past. That's a very long stop. A little bit weird. What is going on there? I don't know. But Russell's going to be even further back. There we go. Now he's out. So remember, Snowden still has another 10-second for the collision actually with George Russell. Russell's a collision with Hadjar, which meant caused the spin, which caused Norris to go flying into the wall. And Snowden's first 10-second was going into the back of Leclerc ages ago, when it was still wet and now it's bone dry. Speaking of Leclerc, he's actually in the pits and is now a lap down, unfortunately. So who isn't a lap down then? I think the top 11 are on the lead lap. Drogovic being one of them. Good on him. Cadillac doing a bit better than normal. But to be fair, I mean, Cadillac, we say that they do bad all the time. A lot of the time, they have just got damage. Like, they're involved in incidents and stuff. It's not always their fault. Which is a shame, but, yeah. It is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. So it's Verstappen and Antonelli now racing. Half of the Red Bull Merc Civil War, well, not really Civil War, but half of the Merc Red Bull War have been taken out, and taking each other out. And it's just these two now for the lead. Verstappen or Antonelli, who will it be? They're both in. Verstappen and Antonelli come in. So maybe these hards aren't, they've lasted, I mean, a decent amount, like 25, 30-ish laps. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised they're into pit now. So maybe that's a good thing for Snowden and Russell when they pitted, for pitting when they did. And they're going on soft, it looks like. How far behind, sorry? They're kind of about third and fourth still, it looks like, unless someone's going to fly past any second. Which they won't. So they are still third and fourth. Tsunoda and Russell, they're here. Tsunoda just behind Gasly. Russell a little bit further back. Way further back, actually. Lawson in sixth. Behrman in fifth. And it's Sainz and Hadjar who are 1-2. Hadjar! No, he didn't just pit. He spun, but he didn't get any damage, so he stayed out. So we just got Maloney and Leclerc either side of him, though. They have just both pitted, trying to get on the lead lap, which I think they will. Yes, they do. Then it's Vesty, the next car behind. He wants to become just one lap down in 18th place currently. Will Hadjar come in and get rid of these hards? He doesn't. He stays out. I don't know when Hadjar pitted, but he was one of the ones that pitted on originally for wets. Or he started on wet, sorry, then pitted for inters. But, I mean, it does mean that he's done one extra pit stop than everyone else, but he still pitted at the same time as everyone else to go on to off the inters, so... I don't know. I don't know. And now Vessi trying to get past Hadjar, which he does with ease. To put himself just the one lap down. And, well, where is Sainz? Oh no, Sainz has pitted, I think. Or has Verstappen? No, Verstappen has just got past him. Then Antonelli will probably get past him. before Hawthorns, if not at. And then it's Behrman in 5th. Now in 4th, if he gets past Science, surely Science has to pit this lap. I don't think Science started on wets. But, I don't know, anyway. Behrman versus Antonelli for 3rd, he'll be 4th when Hadjar comes in. Is he in now? Nope, still stays out. So still no Isaac Hadjar coming into the pits. But Science does come in now, I think. Yeah, he does. He'll put on softs, I assume. Hadjar though, he's going a long time on these hards. Like Norris was a long time on the inters. Track now, of course, bone dry. You wouldn't even think it was raining earlier. Don't know, I'm tired. It's like 4:30 at the moment. Not exactly sleep time, is it? I mean, late night last night because of the Xfinity, but as all Verstappen actually got up to Hadjar now. I did not expect that. Hadjar immediately peeled into the pit. Is that what he was waiting for? I don't get why you'd wait that long. Should just pit earlier and be on the. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to argue with him. Verstappen leading Antonelli. We're back where we were, but I think we might have a certain Ferrari driver called Ollie Behrman nearby. He's still in 3rd. Is he stuck with Antonelli? No, he has not. And now Snowder, despite having that 10-second, is up there. I mean, he's a bit further back, but considering he has to change his front wing as well, it's not too bad from the Japanese driver. And can Snowder get him into Clark Curve? I think he'll try it. No, he won't. He's going to poke out round the outside. Behrman will try and cover him off. And there we go, Snowder into 3rd. How are the top two doing then? They're still pretty close. I'm thinking I'm going to go for a little break. I'll see you at the end of this lap. And, yeah, see if they've caught up. Welcome back to Brands Hatch, where they have caught up, and Antonelli versus Verstappen is in the lead, and Antonelli prematurely taking the lead of the British Grand Prix, but Verstappen will fight back. And when are you going to be able to get the move done? Round the outside through Surtees, he doesn't quite able to, and Antonelli will lead over Verstappen. Verstappen through Pilgrim's Drop and Hawthorns, it won't work out. Hadjar's a lap down now. He was leading and then had to pit. How is he now 12th? I don't know. I don't get that. But he's about to unlap himself. He didn't have a penalty. He didn't have a penalty. He didn't have any... Oh, I don't even know. Maybe I had to pit again for more damage. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, apologies. Back now. And Antonelli is shot off into the distance in front of Verstappen. He's now up with Hadjar racing him. Side by side, this is a great battle through Dingledale. And Hadjar will unlap himself. How far is Snowden's not too far behind his teammate. Then it's Behrman. Then it's George Russell. Then it's Pierre Gasly. So the top 6 are all relatively close. Liam Lawson way back. He's still on hards. They look worn. Then it's Lindblad, Sainz and Leclerc. So that's your top 10. There's the top 12 all on the lead lap, and everyone 13th and back. Bortoleto are back, are a lap down, unfortunately, including Oscar Piastri. His season can't get any worse, I don't think. Cannot get any worse. Not really much happening though, but that's why I've gone a bit quiet. Snowder is catching up to Verstappen. Antonelli is actually now right up there. So Verstappen's caught up for Antonelli, and they could have, again, a 3-car battle for the lead, which could turn into 4, 5 or 6, depending on if the cars behind catch up. We've got lap 51. That is 16 laps? 17? 18 maybe, I don't know. About 18 laps left. No, hang on. What about? It's like 26. Yeah, 28. Sorry, not 18. I was gonna say. And and nearly to the back of Verstappen. And just as this battle was starting to get somewhere, Antonelli has smacked right into the back of Max Verstappen and lost his front wing almost as soon as Verstappen took the lead. So it's now Verstappen who leads Tsunoda. Antonelli dropping down. I'm sure he'll stay on the lead lap. So where's Behrman then? George Russell, they're not too far back. They are there. It is just a little bit behind. Anyway, anything else on this? What's coming up? Before all that, who's wildcard next week? I want to just confirm with you lot who's wildcarding. Round 13 will be, I think it's Paul Aaron, you know. Yeah, it is Paul Aaron for Alpine. Yes, here we go. Behrman's caught up. Drogovic and Bortoleto getting involved, trying to unlap themselves. They're on hards. Not sure how old the hards are. Has Verstappen laps them. Tsunoda's going to try and get past them. Wait, I can't tell if they've come from behind or if the front pack have caught up to them. I don't actually know. Tsunoda sends it down inside and sends it down in front of Verstappen as well. And Tsunoda leads. Behrman gets past Drogovic. And now he wants to get past Bortoleto. And now Tsunoda in front of Verstappen. I mean, no, he already was in front of Verstappen, you idiot. Tsunoda and Verstappen are side by side through 30s. And Verstappen will lead. Just about. They're still side by side. Behrman in third place can make it 3 wide for the lead. As they go down the hill, it is going to be 3 wide into Hawthorne. Surely that can't end well. It somehow does end well. And Verstappen into the lead. Behrman gets past Tsunoda. That's the only overtake that happened there. Actually, no, because Tsunoda was leading. I mean, they were side by side. They didn't really decide it at that point. But Tsunoda is who leads. No, Verstappen leads, sorry. Tsunoda down inside up to second place. So it's back to Red Bull 1-2. Bortoleto and Drogovic just watching on behind. And as soon as I'm about to yap about something else, this race kind of livens up a bit. Yeah, it is Paul Aaron racing next week in Finland. He was wildcard in Bahrain last year. And now he's doing it a little bit closer to home in Finland, of course, the Estonian driver. Trying to make an impact to see if he can ever get in for a full-time drive. Tsunoda is who's still in the lead. Behrman. Where's Verstappen gone? Hang on. Verstappen's down in 4th now. Russell's caught up. I look away for literally 30 seconds to check what I'm about to tell you, which is what's about to happen later on today. And Verstappen's down to 4th, and George Russell's come out of absolutely nowhere. Remember, Russell and Tsunoda both have 10-second time penalties. Tsunoda still has one to serve, by the way. We should point that out. Or does he actually? I don't know if he does. I'll look into that. I will look into it. Anyway, what's on later today? 6 hours of Interlagos. That started about an hour and a half ago. In Interlagos. It's called the 6 hours, you mong. As Lawson comes into the pits, he's now a lap down. That's a shame for the Kiwi. He was doing quite well. Of course, Porcher racing in the WEC race. Yeah, and Porcher racing in that one, of course. For Peugeot. Of course, not racing this weekend. Goodwood Festival of Speed have their last day at the weekend. Of course, obviously Sunday. Interesting to see how that goes. I've got that on. Keep an eye on it, because it's a good thing to watch. I mean, yeah. Board Superbike, well, that's already finished. IMSA VP Racing Sports Car Challenge have their second race at Mosport on at the moment, and British Truck Racing Championship have their fifth and final race of the weekend at Snetterton. TC Pista and Turismo Carretera are on later today. TCR World Tour at Villarreal for their second race of the weekend. IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship are at Mosport. And then we got the second day of racing at ERX Motor Park for the Amsoil Championship Off-Road. And then we got Race of Champions Modified Series for the Rod Spalding Classic at Shangri-La Second Speedway. I think that's been postponed for the fourth time, so hopefully it doesn't rain tonight. Moto America, Super Hooligans, Moto America Talent Cup, all of them lot are at Laguna Seca for their second races of the weekend. And then we've got the Dirt Car Summer National Late Model and the Dirt... What on earth? What is going on? Oh, nothing, okay. Yeah, Dirt Car Summer Nationals Late Model and the Dirt Car Summit Modified Nationals, the Don and Hans Gross Memorial for the Wayne County Speedway for the final race of the month. Of course, they've been meant to be racing every single day for the last month. There's been cancellation because of the weather, but yeah. And then of course, finally, we have the Quaker State 400 at Echo Park Speedway. It's Atlanta for the NASCAR Cup Series race. Oh, I love Atlanta. What a track it is. Yes, Snowden with a decent lead, and then for second place, Bortletto shot off into the distance. Dragovic has dropped off. Now Gasly's just in front of him. But, yeah, have they caught up to Snowden? Yeah, a big wobble there from Russell on the exit of Paddock Hill. In third place, Behrman in fourth, not too far. Oh, actually, no, he has dropped off a little bit. Where's Behrman gone? Oh, Behrman's pitted, okay. Maybe we are going to see some more pit stops. Behrman in. Gasly in. Sainz in. Vasseur in. No, Sainz is miles back, so he might still come in. That does mean then we might see these three come in sooner or later. You never know. You never know what will happen. It's Tsunoda who leads from Verstappen. Will Verstappen try and make a move on his teammate? We're on lap 58 of 78. It's about 21 laps to go. We're 20 to go when we cross the line. Verstappen goes down inside. And Tsunoda, is he keying in? He is. So Tsunoda in from second place. Russell in from third. Bortletto in from 8th place. And remember, Tsunoda has still got that 10 second. I did find out. He has still got it. He's going very slowly. I mean, what's Hadjar doing? Reversing out the pits. Goodness. Down in 10th place. Tsunoda serves his penalty. Verstappen leads. Behrman, I'm assuming he'll get in front of Tsunoda. When he get in front of George Russell. Let's see. Does he do it? No. He does get in front of both of them. Russell must have had a slow stop then. Tsunoda a 10-second time penalty isn't that far behind him. He did jump this Japanese driver. But Russell must have had a slow stop. Because Behrman's jumped both of them. And I'm assuming Max Verstappen will peel in to get rid of these softs and put another set of softs on, which I'm assuming will go to the end. He does. Behrman currently, he's a long way back. It's a big gap. They're currently going through Pilgrim's Drop and Hawthorns. And we'll have to see what happens. Verstappen, he's already in his box. As Tsunoda gets past George Russell. And it's a slow one. He gets a new set of softs. And where's Behrman at the moment? It's Tsunoda in second down the inside through Sterling's. As they go through Clark Curve now. To start lap 60. Verstappen's coming out. And Verstappen will lead by a decent margin over Tsunoda. He must have had a slow top as well. Because Tsunoda, despite serving a 10-second time penalty, he's going to come out in the lead of the race almost. Then we make contact on the pit exit. And Tsunoda will dive down the inside. And despite that 10 second, he leads this race. 20-second worth of penalty is absolutely nothing. One of the fastest cars of the weekend, apart from Norris. Tsunoda with the fastest lap. And the man who leads second in the championship. With Norris out of the race after a huge crash earlier on. In fact, the whole top three, or top four, apart from, I guess, George Russell is a little bit off. But these three are all up there in the championship fight. Remember, the sprint race closed in a little bit. Because where did Behrman finish in the sprint? Yeah, he got second. So these three are all on 100 points. They're the only three drivers over 100 points, not including Lando Norris. So they will definitely close in. Remember, Tsunoda won the sprint race. So he could go double here today. And get maximum points out of a weekend. Or one less point than maximum points. He didn't get the pole point. Currently getting the fastest lap point. That's 26 today. Plus 8 from yesterday. That's 34 points. And with Norris only scoring 2 yesterday. Let me do some quick maths. Norris will be on 139. And then Tsunoda, who's on 133. What's 133 plus 34? 103, sorry. Plus 34. 137. It will be 2 points in it going into Finland. If it stays like this. But as I'm looking at that, look who leads now. It's Max Verstappen. Who leads? How many points is Verstappen on? He's on 100 and... He's on 100 flat. Okay. So if he wins, but Tsunoda's about to try and fight off, but he can't because Fred Vesti's in the way. Verstappen finished 6th. So he got 3 points. That put him 103 plus 28. It won't be as close. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I think you can now. You might. No audio. But yeah, as much. Oh, it's Hadjar and Borledo come together on the exit of Hawthorns. What happened there? They go a lap down in the process. And that's a battle for 10th place. Now Hadjar's lost his rear wing. And he was leading at one point. And what's he done? Ah, oh, Borledo's has driven into him. It's very similar to what happened between Russell and Tsunoda. And they come together. They don't get any damage. And then Hadjar just drives off the track. That's a big hit. What is he doing there? Goodness me. Let's go back live. We're not too far back, but that's Hadjar's race run. Is it still Verstappen and Tsunoda fighting for lead? It is. Russell not too far behind. Same for Behrman. And we are into the closing stage of this race now. And if Tsunoda wins this, he'll be within 2 points of the championship. If Verstappen wins, he'll move in front of his teammate in the actually, no, will he? I think he will. It'll be close though, you know. Because it's 25 points versus 18 plus 9. No, I think Tsunoda will still be in front of Verstappen if it stays like this. But it won't be, I mean, they'll be close up in terms of all three of them. But Tsunoda needs his win. Norris needs Verstappen to win. I mean, ideally, neither of them. But then Bearman on 98, he won't be as close. Sajai goes a second lap down. That is a huge thing. It's now Snow that takes the lead through Paddock Hill. And that's a good move from him. Yeah, I kind of need to talk a bit now because you can't hear the engines, which is really annoying, but not much I can do. I don't know if I think it's just something to do with the PC. I don't know. But it's currently Snowd leading Verstappen. Snowd is starting to peel away a bit. Starting to peel away. So it's Tsunoda still leading from Verstappen. Sorry if there was a little jump there. Me are having issues with the audio feed in general, Wi-Fi issues. It's weird considering it's the closest circuit we could possibly have. Actually, no, Thruxton I think is the closest. But apart from that, it's like one of the closest circuits to the commentary booth. Yet it's only one having Wi-Fi issues. Strange that. Yeah, the audio should be fine. I think the audio was fine the whole time, engine noise wise. It was my headset then, not the PC. But yeah, it's fine. We're about going with about 13 laps to go. Verstappen just behind Tsunoda, chasing his teammate down. It's gonna be a Red Bull battle, I think, all the way, unless there's pit stops. I don't think they will be though. I've got a feeling these softs will last the whole way. But Verstappen going down inside through Sheen, he doesn't quite, and there's a bit of contact between the two Red Bulls. Don't take your teammate out, don't break the cardinals in a motor racing. But still Tsunoda who leads, trying to get his first win of the season. Verstappen though, chasing him down. And will he go down the inside? No, he won't. He'll go round the outside. And he'll take the lead through Druids. And now it's advantage for Verstappen. With about 13 laps to go, just under. And where are the two cars behind them then? It'll be still Bearman and Russell, it is. And they're not too far back. They're going through 30s now. Then Antonelli's the next car, who's even further back. And then it's Leclerc who's even further back. Then it's Gasly without a front wing. So something's happened to him. Then it's Lindblad. Then it's Sainz. Then I think Bortoleto is a lap down. There's a lot of people a lap down this race. Yeah, I think it's the top 9 on the lead lap and everyone else is a lap down. Which isn't too common, but yeah, weirder things have happened, I guess. Weirder things have happened. Anyway, Verstappen leads. Tsunoda will fight him into Druids. He'll send it down inside. And Tsunoda will get the lead, but Verstappen can't hold on. He's pushed wide. And they're now side by side down the Cooper Straight into 30s. And it's not 30s. No, it's 30s. Somewhere about. And Verstappen who leads as they go towards Pilgrim's Drop. Through Hawthorns. It's 12 to go now. It'll be 11 to go when they cross the line. That's 67 of 78. It'll be 68 of 78. And what a race for the Brands Hatch. It started in the wet. And now it's beautiful sunshine. Clear as a day. That made no sense, but okay, clear as a day. Clear as a... I don't even know. Tsunoda, as though round the outside through Druids, takes the lead. Off of his teammate. And something tells me that won't be the last lead change. of this race, or probably even this lap. And is that Russell possibly catching up, but just behind? I don't know. Oh, Russell isn't that far behind them. Could he be a dark horse in this race and somehow get something out of it? Verstappen, though, at the moment, is losing ground on Tsunoda with his Japanese teammate shooting away in the distance from the Dutchman. Tsunoda still has the fastest lap, by the way. Need a quick hydration break. Of course, I get it all over me. Yeah, when I said this won't be the last lap, probably won't be the last lead change of the lap, it was the last lead change of the lap. In terms of race, I still have a feeling that Tsunoda will swim away. It does look like he is doing that. Verstappen's closing in. It'll be less than 10 laps to go now. And if they cross the line next time by, it'll be lap 71. And that was a lap decided that we would go a lap in silence. For the riders lost recently, James McDonald. Was it James McDonald? Hang on, I need to get the names up because there was a few, which is a shame, obviously. No, it wasn't James McDonald. Hang on. John O'Donovan, sorry, that's it. John O'Donovan, who sadly passed away recently at Skerries 100. We had Dan Bromley, who sadly passed away at the Lima half mile during an American track flat round. And then we also had at what was the other one? Jamie Walsh. No, it wasn't. James Walsh, sorry. He passed away at the Tandragee 100 road race. So we have one lap in silence in their honour as Verstappen and Tsunoda battle out. I should also mention that lap was also for Elisa Krippenbacher, sorry if I mispronounced that, and she sadly passed away only aged 14 after another flat track crash at DuQuoin on Monday during an amateur round. Elisa, John, James and Dan, you will all be missed. Anyway, it's Verstappen who leads over Tsunoda with not long to go now, about 7 laps left, just under. As they lap Gasly, who still hasn't got a front wing. Why isn't Gasly pissing? I don't get it. I mean, he's still in ninth. He still could score here. Maybe that's why he's not pitting, because I mean, the gap is big in Gasly's defence. It's a big gap. He's in ninth. And Bortoleto in 10th. I mean, he's about a straight, the gap is. And I feel like that could close pretty quickly if Gasly hasn't got a front wing. So, we'll see how that goes. Keep an eye on that. It's the pole sitter, of course, Pierre Gasly. Feels so long ago. He's been nowhere near it today, unfortunately, for him. The man who won the Argentine Grand Prix, of course. Behrman and Russell have dropped off a little bit, especially George Russell. He was closing in on the lead gap. Now Behrman's got past him. And they're fighting for third place. But still this battle for the lead. It'll be 5 to go when they cross the line at the end of this lap. Can Tsunoda try and make a move? About into Sterling. There's a bit of contact earlier on. Verstappen hit the back of Tsunoda doing the exact same thing. And now Tsunoda's hit Verstappen. Now he's sends it down inside through Clark curve. And gets a bit of grass kicked up there. And Verstappen will fight back down the start-finish straight. And through Paddock Hill Bend, will he get the move done? He does. And Verstappen now leads. So go through Druids. Druids and Graham Hill, that's what I meant. Less than 5 laps left now. This race has been a classic from start to finish. And they've had a 2-car battle for the lead for pretty much the whole of the end of this race. It's not very often we get that recently. We've had some runaways in the past few races. Russell and Czechia. Antonelli in France. Actually, no, I think France ended on the last lap. Spain, I can't remember. I don't know. We've had some decent battles. As I say, there's contact. They come together. Stoder again into the back of his teammate. I think they logged front wing and diffuser there. And then Tsunoda again down inside through Clark curve. It's pretty much identical to the previous lap, how that ended. It's going to be identical to how the previous lap started. And who's that in the pitch? It's Antonelli, who's in 8th place. Now he goes a lap down. And Verstappen takes the lead over Tsunoda again. As Russell gets past Behrman, you see at the top of your screen. These two fighting out for third. Unfortunately, we've got a bit more of an important battle going on here. As Behrman back in front of George Russell. Now they're both going at it. This is a great battle for third place. Unfortunately, we'll watch this one for now. Behrman in front of Russell. It's the two Brits in Great Britain in the British Grand Prix battling it out. It's still Tsunoda who leads currently. How's everyone else doing? Leclerc 5th, Lindblad 6th, Sainz 7th. Gasly still hasn't got a front wing. He's been chased by Antonelli. So he's actually moved up to 8th. Where's Bortoleto gone as well? He must have pitted. Because he was the one right behind, what's his name? Gasly. Now Gasly's back down to 9th. What's the gap between Piastri and Gasly? It's not much. And then Lawson, again, I mean, you never know, he could hold on. It could be great tactics from, what's his name? And always contact! And Bortoleto and Leclerc make contact and they go around almost. And Leclerc's round, he's going to get hit by Lindblad, is he? Yes, he is. And that's a huge shame. Oh, that's Ocon, that's Crawford. And that's a huge shame for Lindblad. It's Tsunoda leads, Maloney now in this battle. And Lindblad got damage. Oh, they're stuck. Oh, Lindblad hasn't got a rear wing now. Who's hit Lindblad then? Someone's rear-ended. Oh, it's Hadjar. That's a huge shame for Lindblad. His race was going so well. He was going to score some points, and now he's not going to. He'll have to pit. I don't think Gasly without the rear wing is hard enough. I mean, Gasly without the front wing, sorry, is hard enough. I think without a rear wing and a front wing for Lindblad is going to be his race run. It's Verstappen back into the lead. It'll be 2 to go when they cross the line. These two are pretty close to that incident.
As Lindblad peels in, Leclerc will try and unlap himself. Leclerc's up to 6 now. Only the top 5 are currently on the lead lap. That's crazy. As Snowden around the outside. Leclerc around the outside of Verstappen. Leclerc with a big wobble on the exit of Paddock Hill. And Verstappen back in front of Leclerc. Gasly still without a front wing. It's going to be one of the greatest Hail Mary plays of all time. If it works out. We've got about a lap and a half to go now. Left of this British Grand Prix. And surely Snowden doesn't want to be leading into the last lap. I mean, he could just be the Japanese Minister of Defence. We had the Mexican Minister of Defence of Perez back in 2021. Are we going to see the Japanese Minister of Defence and his own teammate? I mean, it's not going to be any team orders, I wouldn't think, because they're both in that championship fight. And as it stands, Snowden winning this will claw the gap to 2 points between him and Norris. And this weekend from Norris, going badly as Leclerc comes into the pits, that will drop him a few positions probably. As Lindblad comes out of the pits now, he'll be, I think, 2 laps down. That's a huge shame. He would have scored points, and there's going to be no points for both wildcard drivers, despite being near the front at certain points. But the white flag has been seen by Snowden and Verstappen as they go through Druid and Graham Hill Bend one last time. Through Surtees, Snowden, was it 8 poles he's had so far this year? 0 wins. He's had a sprint race win earlier on yesterday in the sprint race. But apart from that, he's had no Grand Prix win. Is it going to be a weekend of first for this season for Snowden, who won the Spanish Grand Prix in 2023 in a shortened race due to weird darkness conditions? It then took him till Belgium of last year to win his second Grand Prix after being promoted to Red Bull at the start of that year. And now, for the 3rd time in his career, he'll round the final corner. Yuki Tsunoda, for the first time this year, he'll win a Grand Prix, and he will win at Brands Hatch. He wins the British Grand Prix, and what a drive it was, what a battle it was between those 2 Red Bulls. Verstappen on crossline in second, he has to take second place for now, as Russell will come home in 3rd place. He rounds the final corner now. He gets on the podium in his home race. He'll be happy with that. Behrman not too far behind in 4th place. That's an important 12 points for his championship charge. And then Carlos Sainz a long way back now. And everyone else, I think, has finished the race. Gasly crossed the line in 7th place. Antonelli in 6th. Lawson in 8th. For sure gets 2 points in 9th. After the race he's had, he'll be very happy with that. And then Charles Leclerc, it'll be a single point in 10th place. Bortoleto 11th. Piastri will be 12th. Another shocking result from him. And then Maloney will be in 13th place. And then Sainz in 5th as well, just behind. A big 10 points for Sainz. He will need that. After, to be fair, not the best race. And actually, that's a great result for Williams, considering how poor they've been this year. If you have a look at their results so far, there's not been many points. Yeah, this is Sainz's first points finish since the 5th place in Australia in round 2. And it's Williams only their 5th point result of the season. So a torrid run of results for Sainz comes to an end. He'll be very happy with that indeed. Very happy indeed. I'm just going to check something. No, wrong way. Did Bottas have another off? I mean, potentially told. I don't think he would have. No, I don't think he did. Okay. Let's go through your results then. Colapinto crashed in a stupid pit incident. Doing again the Haas front left tyres braking on the curb between Paddock Hill Bend and Druids. And that took him out of the race with a huge crash. Just brought the safety car out. Crawford also involved in that incident after the engine went when he was stuck behind Doohan. Browning, not long after that, coming into the pits, was unable to come in because his teammate Sainz was in the way, unfortunately, and that took him out, the wildcard driver. And then Ocon brought out the red flag after a huge barrel rolling incident when his front left broke on the same curb as his teammate did. That's going to have to be investigated, That is pretty ridiculous. Then Norris, another red flag after a huge crash going through Dingledale, trying to avoid Hadjar. Anyway, then Drogovic, Hadjar, Vesti, Lindblad, Albon, Maloney, Piastri and Bortoleto, your non-scorers. Then it was Leclerc, Shaw, Lawson, Gasly and Antonelli, all of them still a lap down despite scoring points. Not very often you see that. And it's Sainz in 5th, Behrman 4th, Russell 3rd, Verstappen 2nd, and Yuki Tsunoda, your race winner. He also had the fastest lap. That puts him 2 points behind championship lead Lando Norris, which is huge. And then Verstappen as well, he closes the gap. He gets, what was it, 3 plus, he gets 121 points, which means he's about 12 points behind, no, 17. And then Behrman as well closes in on a gap. And then Russell gets a decent amount of points as well. That puts him on 100 points. So, yeah, that'll be it for the British Grand Prix. We'll be back next week in Finland for the first time ever F1 going to Finland on the brand new circuit, the Helsinki International Circuit. Qualifying at 2 PM UK time, 4 PM local time. Of course, there's a 2-hour difference for Finland, not one like it's normally in Europe. And then lights out at 1 PM UK time, 3 PM local time. So we'll see you then. Goodbye.